That's the way to do it. That's a man right there.
Wow.
Hey everybody, my name is George Panosian and I'm here in Power 106 to show you how to make a chimney cake. So this is what we do. We're a brand new dessert company out here in Los Angeles. We're the first ones to do it. Practically in the United States there's only a few that exist right now, but we're the first ones out here in Los Angeles doing it. So it's a pretty interesting process how we make it. And we traveled all the way to Slovenia, little town over there called Murska Sobota. And there we learned how to make these delicious chimney cakes. It's not only do they taste good, but they're also visually attracting to watch because it's a process. And me and my fiance now, we're just doing different events all around Los Angeles, and we've been getting pretty popular. So I just kind of wanted to get the word out and thank Power 106 for having me over here. So now let's get started. So it starts off with a little dough ball. I actually freeze this just because I'm at different events, so I have to prep it ahead of time. So this dough ball eventually gets rolled into like a little snake. So what it is, basically, it takes about 30 seconds, but what's unique about it is that every single chimney cake is all hand rolled. So everything is handcrafted, and so to be honest, it's pretty hard to make. There's kind of a lot of labor that goes into it. So these past 5 months that I've been doing it, after every event, I go home and I look in the mirror and I'm like, all right, I'm getting a little buff. but yeah, so no, it's a good workout, basically what I'm trying to say. So yeah, so basically we roll it out into a snake, just kind of like this, just kind of like that. So maybe do this. You want to zoom into that. So we roll it out just like that, and then there's a wooden rod, special wooden rod that's brushed with sunflower oil. And we do this so the dough doesn't stick onto the rod while it's baking. And then, this is the fun part. So I basically assemble this snake dough into this cylinder rod. So kind of tuck it in, assemble it, and it just kind of goes around all the way up. And then at the end, I tuck it in. And then I kind of get it all, I roll it just to kind of get it all together. And then it looks like that. I brush it with a little bit more sunflower oil, and then I put some, and I sprinkle all of it with sugar. I let this rise for about 5 or 10 minutes so the dough can be nice and fluffy. So the dough can be nice and fluffy. And once it's ready, we put it in an oven. And what makes, everyone always comes up to us and is like, oh, is that a churro? What is that? Is that a pretzel? Because it's something that they've never seen before. But it's different because churros are actually fried, and pretzels, it's different. It's a different process. This is more like a bread. It's like a hot bread that it's shaped like a cone. So you're basically getting an ice cream chimney cone that's on the outside topped with cinnamon and sugar. So we'll get to that part after the baking process. So after that, I just kind of like let it cure and I let it rise. Just put it in my little stand there, and I'll keep working. Whenever we're at events, you know, sometimes it's pretty overwhelming because we get a ton of people that come up to the booth. And so we kind of make these ahead of time and try and catch up to the crowd whenever we can. But most of the time, everything is baked fresh, and they're all handcrafted, just like this. So now we'll talk about the baking part. So now that we're done with the rolling process and getting it into the rod, the next step is to bake it. And like I said, there are special grills that we use that are actually imported from Eastern Europe, specifically designed to do this. So what it is, so after we let it rise for about 10 minutes, we put this in our special oven over here. So once we put this in, it kind of just turns by itself, just like that. So it takes about 5 to 7 minutes for it to cook. And once it's ready, then we take it out, and that's when we top it with cinnamon and sugar, and that's what kind of gives it that like churro taste that everyone talks about. But I'm a little sensitive when people say churros or funnel cakes. It's chimney cakes, you gotta get it right, you know. All right, so yeah, let's put a couple of them in there. I'm also making some smaller ones. So these are the smaller ones, so I'll put that in there too. And we just kind of have to wait. So usually in that process, I'll probably just roll a little more Okay, so the next step is after we take it out of the oven, we top all of it with cinnamon and sugar. So this is just a combination of cinnamon and sugar. Kind of, see all that dust coming out? That's all the cinnamon. And then here, it just kind of falls off the rod, just like that. So that's when you know it's ready too. And the next step is after we put cinnamon and sugar, we gotta put Nutella. So that's the next step. So I have like a little spreader that I get a good amount, and you just kind of put Nutella all inside, just like that. Just like that. So it all depends on how much Nutella people like, but I like a lot, so I put a lot in it. All right, so then after that, we serve it with ice cream, and we serve it in a cup, just like this. And we can put ice cream on this one, and then it's ready to go. Luckily, I got my boy here today, DJ PJ. Thanks for having me today.
Sure.
So I kind of want you to try one of these, you know, since you're like the main dude, you're my favorite guy in Power 106. So yeah, this just came out of the grill. So I'm gonna get a cup over here, and the next step of what we do is we put Nutella on it. So we put Nutella that goes all over the inside of it. So I'll get some over here. And I'm giving you a small one because I don't think you can handle a big one. But it's all good though. All right, here we go. So put a little bit right here. Then we have some vanilla ice cream. That goes, let's see. Put a nice little scoop right there for you. Add a little bit of sprinkles on top.
Looks delicious.
And then normally I give it with a spoon, but I want you to just kind of like dig right into it.
So I've tried the one without ice cream and it was delicious, and this is my first time. This is really my first time trying the one with ice cream, so here we go.
That's the way to do it. That's a man right there.
Wow.
So it's you're kind of having like a warm bread with ice cream and Nutella. So I kind of like to look at it like almost like bread pudding in a way, because like bread pudding's hot, you put ice cream in it. It's like kind of that same feeling, but it's just more like a cone. So what'd you think, man? Did you like it?
I loved it because it's like cold and hot. Like it really like is a good mixture of both like things. Like this is my first time trying really, and it was delicious. Like
nice, yeah, and it's something different. So you know, thanks again for having me here in Power 106, and come check us out. Follow us on Instagram, Sweet and Hollow, or on Twitter, and check out our company and support us as we kind of like try and take over LA a little bit at a time. So thanks again. Thanks.